Hello and welcome to InVision Irving, your business connection. I'm Jolene DeVito. We're at the headquarters of the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce. On our program today, we'll be focusing on business travel and also have some other interesting stories to share, including how some young people are getting the chance to learn more about how the business world operates. Plus, go along on a bus tour as leaders learn about some of the new and planned attractions in our city. And we celebrate the winners at the 2011 Chamber of Commerce Awards. Let's get started with our special focus on business travel. It brings a lot of revenue to the city of Irving.
We are a city that is dominated by business travel. It's about 85% of our profile. Half of that, more than half of that, is individual business travelers. The rest of that's meetings, conventions, groups who come to Irving to do business. And when those folks come to our town, they spend money in our hotels, they spend money in our restaurants, they spend money in our stores, they spend money everywhere they can and everywhere we can get them to. And we don't pick up their trash, and they don't use our schools, and they don't use our hospitals, hopefully, and they don't need the fire department or the jails. We get the benefit of all that tax spend without having to contribute the services. And they're a huge factor in our community.
Because of the meeting, convention, and tourism industry across the United States, it literally saves about $800 per citizen taxpayer of taxes they'd have to pay if our tourism industry wasn't generating the kind of jobs and economic impact and real estate value taxes as well.
Those are just a few of the comments coming from a recent event marking National Tourism Week. Let's get more now from Gail Jackson, General Manager of the Hilton Garden Inn DFW Airport South and also the President of the Irving Las Colinas Hotel Association. Gail, we've seen some positive signs, and as we chat, we're going to look at some video of a hotel celebrating that growth we're talking about. How is the hotel industry doing here?
It's doing remarkably well. We actually noticed the rebound about the fourth quarter of 2010. The first quarter of this year, the Irving hotels are up about 19% over last year, so that's a very positive sign for us. We have 77 hotels here in Irving, and those 77 hotels in February produced $23 million in hotel revenue. And of course, some of that people say is due to the Super Bowl, which was great to have the Super Bowl in February, but January and March are very strong as well. So it's a very positive trend that we're seeing. And we're hoping the rebound stays that strong for the rest of the year. All the signs are looking towards that.
Let's talk a little bit about what's fueling it. What would you say? Obviously, a lot of business travelers fly into DFW, but what's the draw for them to stay in hotels in Irving?
Well, the economy is very strong, so corporations are feeling very positive about the economy, and so they are meeting and they're traveling, and all of that is on the rebound. We're very thankful for that.
What impact have you seen since the convention center opened?
It's been a tremendous asset to the hotel community. We heard yesterday from Mara Gass, the executive director of the Irving ICVB, and she told us yesterday that the first quarter of 2012, the convention center is booked every weekend. It's booked solid the first quarter. So that's really exciting to know that that the convention business is strong, because if the convention business is strong, that reaps over into the hotels. It fills our hotels and it keeps the occupancy up. So
they need a place to stay, indeed.
They definitely do, and we're very excited about that.
Your group is also very active in Austin.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the issues you're following this legislative session.
For every dollar that the state of Texas spends on tourism, they get a $7 return. And the reason for that is because when people travel, they stay in hotels, they shop, they dine out, they go to sporting events, they go to entertainment venues. And so that generates revenue back to the state. Well, currently there's a bill, House Bill 1, in Austin that wants to cut the tourism fund from $30 million to $5 million for the next 2 years. So if you do the math and you end up cutting $25 million, 25 times 7 is $175 million that in residuals that the state could possibly lose. So we need to get the word out, to our legislative officials that we need that 30 million because it's going to generate 210 million possibly in residuals back to the state. So it's a good thing.
Gail Jackson, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
On our last show, we told you about the renovations at DFW International Airport. That $1.9 billion project is getting underway, beginning in Terminal A. Travelers can look forward to updated, more energy-efficient facilities. American Airlines is the dominant carrier at DFW and a chamber member. Tim Smith is the spokesman for American Airlines and joins us now. Tim, thank you for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here, and we appreciate everything you do here in Irving.
Well, thank you. So, of course, we see the planes. Many of us fly on them, but a lot of people may not be aware of the full economic impact that American has on our community. Tell us about that.
Well, you have to imagine that this is, first of all, our largest hub anywhere in our worldwide network. So that means that there's not only a lot of planes, but there's a lot of people and a lot of spending that we do here in this area. We're doing about 800 daily departures on American and American Eagle, and a similar number of arrivals every day. And of course, people in the North Texas area get the benefit of having that hub because it's designed for connecting people, but it also means a lot of nonstop flights, which is so important to business people right here out of Dallas-Fort Worth, and probably on the order of about 155 nonstop direct destinations, national and international, are right here.
And that's huge for the business
That's right.
traveler.
And we have huge amounts of employees doing everything from the headquarters to work at the airport, maintenance work, all of that. And it adds up to about 24,000 employees right here in North Texas, obviously our largest base. That impact results in a financial impact in terms of salaries and benefits that's measured in the billions of dollars with a B. We also make note of the fact that our trade group, the Air Transport Association, estimates that anywhere from 13 to 15 support jobs are generated for every airline employee. And if you do the math on 24,000, it comes out to well over 300,000 additional jobs right here that are here because we're here. And of course, then there's all the taxes and all of the other things that benefit the community
all adds up
as
to a
well.
huge
Yes,
impact.
it's absolutely a big impact.
So we're focusing specifically on business travel today, and I know American offers so many services for the business traveler. Give us some of the highlights.
Obviously, the schedule I just described in terms of 800 departures that can get you not only almost anywhere in the world you want to go, but conveniently do it with lots and lots of departures to when you want to go, because business people want to go when they want to go at their convenience and that sort of thing. But the rest of the business traffic, and it's very, very key to our company, is really built around our Advantage Frequent Flyer program. Of course, the miles are very important, but in terms of Advantage status and being recognized for that status, the ability to everything from having checked bag charges waived to special 800 numbers to call for additional services. A lot of our business people, of course, love our Admirals Clubs, not only here in Dallas-Fort Worth, where we have 4, but wherever they travel as an important oasis in the hubbub of the terminals and all of that. But there's lots and lots of different services aimed at business people, and even premium seating, including the coach cabin, where we hold back seats for our best customers who tend to book closer in to travel. So there's lots and lots of things.
The business travel market has changed so much over the past few years. Describe that change from your perspective.
Well, it's always been key to us. So we're not the newbies to the party, but it has become much more competitive in the sense that many other airlines, including some so-called low-cost carriers, have recognized the value of providing services and trying to attract business travelers. We still feel like we do a better job than most in doing that kind of service and attracting that kind of worldwide network, because a lot of airlines that try to cater to business customers don't have that worldwide network. Besides our own network, which is 250 cities with 3,600 flights every day, we also have our membership in One World, which is our airline alliance. There's three main airline alliances these days, and One World has some of the best, most high-quality airlines in it worldwide, virtually everywhere on the map of this earth. So that expands our network, in effect, to 900 different destinations around the world and 9,000 flights a day that can take business people or leisure travelers really anywhere they want to go. And those One World members are going to recognize you as an American Airlines customer through the Advantage program and give you the kinds of services, seamless service we hope, that you expect from American, even though you're traveling on someone else. And that relationship, we've of course started our joint business with Japan Airlines across the Pacific. We've started our joint business with British Airways and Iberia across the transatlantic, meaning that we really kind of function as almost one carrier in that sense, and it's very important to people.
Tim Smith with American Airlines. Tim, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here.
Some Irving business people decided to take a trip, but this one was on a bus. They never left the Irving city limits, but found many interesting attractions. Valerie Mason went along for the ride.
These folks you see hopping on the bus aren't tourists, though they are sightseeing.
This is a tour that we do occasionally for our civic leaders, just to update them on all of the latest activity happening within the city. There's an opportunity to see all of the new residential developments, all the commercial developments, and all of the new retail developments throughout the city.
The Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce and MLOC Group sponsored this economic development tour. 45 passengers were on board for the ride.
Verizon, of course, is actually a very large player in the city of Irving. We have about 12,000 employees in the Metroplex itself, and we occupy multiple buildings in Irving. And I also personally live in Irving. So we care about what the city is doing and what development is coming to the city.
You guys don't miss on your right-hand side. Here comes the station, Las Colinas Station.
On the route, passengers saw the latest transit-oriented developments, the site of the planned entertainment center, and so many other standouts.
The entertainment center complex has three key anchors: the big show arena, public areas, and restaurants.
The new convention center I had not seen because I haven't been out, so that's amazing. And so many businesses I didn't realize in the Fortune 500 businesses that were back and around, and how they've just really expanded and grown, and just a lot of new things. Seems like a lot more apartments, lofts and things than I thought.
We own a house now in Las Colinas, but at some point we'd like to downsize and to see all the different developments, all the different type of apartments and condos coming in that area where all the retail and DART's going to be is very exciting.
The bus stopped at the new Animal Care campus, where the group was greeted with refreshments and got the chance to look around.
This facility was opened last year, and has had a huge impact on the community, and it's a great place to volunteer.
Over a 3-hour period, passengers got the opportunity to learn about all the new and future development projects going on in the city.
I think you'll notice that Irving is a vibrant city within North Texas. We have a lot going on.
This chamber will offer this tour again in the months ahead for business people and residents to see some of the economic development happening around them. For InVision Irving, I'm Valerie Mason.
It was a celebration at the Four Seasons in Las Colinas for the 2011 Chamber of Commerce Awards. Ashley Roberts chatted up some of the winners.
It's like a night at the Oscars, only geared toward Irving businesses.
It's our annual awards banquet, and it's our chance to say thank you to the many volunteers who keep our chamber running, and to also recognize a lot of our great businesses.
A celebration of recognition and award winning, from best real estate deals to volunteer of the year.
And now she's living in the city of Plano.
And the singing, dancing, comedy, and laughter just added to the fun.
It's really neat. I mean, it's fast moving, great pace.
As many of these business owners put it, there was never a dull moment, especially for those called up on stage.
One more hand for all your small business Blue Ribbon winners.
Winners were chosen by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce for the Blue Ribbon Small Business Award. Brian Smith, owner of Big State Drugstore, takes home this crystal prize.
This one's really nice. It's great. I'll take it back to the store and put it up tomorrow.
This beauty earns him a ticket to Washington, D.C. for a chance to be recognized regionally and even nationally.
They have sessions and speakers and all kinds of things. It's a fun week, and we get to do fun things, and Don Williams with the Irving Chamber is our tour guide.
There were many more awards handed out, including some picked by you, Irving residents.
We won the best in Irving for retail and shopping, and we have 4 great supermarkets in Irving.
In honor, Gary Huddleston says Kroger employees will certainly appreciate.
Well, we're very proud. We've got a number of employees that both live and work in Irving, and it means a lot to them to be recognized by their peers, the customers in the city of Irving.
Each business owner seems to carry pride by just attending this event. Many say being a part of a 5-star Chamber of Commerce is an honor. But for HMS, being the sponsor of this event makes it even more memorable.
The annual awards event is pretty significant to the Chamber and the city of Irving and the businesses in Irving, and we felt that was a special time and a special place for us to be the sponsor.
Bill Lucia says HMS recently moved its headquarters to Irving because of the city's central location and the Chamber's pro-business attitude.
Chamber's been excellent in that it not only allowed us to raise our profile in the community, but it's also allowed us to engage our executives into community service.
Others agree this Chamber of Commerce is instrumental in the success of their business, whether it's a Fortune 500 company or a small mom-and-pop store.
You can promote your business and let other folks know about your business. So the Irving Chamber does a terrific job of that. Plus, they're an advocate for business.
And of course, nights like this one give local business owners a chance to shine.
It's our chance to say thank you to those people and also to let the citizens of Irving know the great job that the Chamber's doing for them.
Call it the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce Oscar Awards, an annual event to kick back and enjoy some entertainment while honoring the hardworking movers and shakers of the Irving Las Colinas area. Ashley Roberts for InVision Irving.
We all know the importance of technology is growing in business, in schools, in our daily lives. Well, the Irving Chamber Technology Leadership Council is working to help people make the most of it. John Arnott is a managing partner with Wave 2 and is involved in the program. John, tell us what's the goal of the council?
Well, the council's overall goal is to discover technology talent here in Irving. We're actually looking for small businesses as well as students that want a career in technology. The company's made up of, our group is actually made up of some of the biggest names in technology here. We've got AT&T, AVL Automation, Microsoft, ExxonMobil, Frito-Lay, Northrop Grumman. We also have the university, DeVry University is involved with our council, the Irving School District, as well as smaller companies like myself. Wave 2 is in technology and healthcare.
One of the recent programs was an innovation contest, I understand. Tell me about that.
Oh, this is really great. Yeah. One of the things we're trying to do is discover these students that want a career in either science, math, and education. One of the things we came up with after talking about it for a few years was an idea that's been around for many years, that is create an innovation award with an incubator program as the award itself. For example, we have this contest that we're targeting sophomores and juniors in Irving School District, and the prize is not only a nice plaque and a check for $1,000, but it's an incubator program where each of these 2 winners will meet with members of our council for a full year to talk through their innovation or their product. Wow. And so we're going to try to take that little idea they have, be it either in construction or a software development or some other innovative technology solution, and help them figure out what's the next step. How do we take it to maybe a test design? How do we do project management? What about marketing? What about money? How do you get this thing out there? So that's our goal.
Give me a little better feel for some of the ideas that might flow through this project. You gave some of the broad headings, but give me some ideas about what we might see.
Well, The contest so far is concluded. We went through all of these applications. They're really a wide range of very creative thoughts. One fellow came up with and trained himself and created an iPhone app. He's a student. He was tired of not being able to get his grades fast enough, so he actually created an iPhone app that goes into the school's website, pulls the data out and displays it. It was so effective that the principal of the school wants to use it, and he's actually going to be selling them their little idea for like $20.
That's exciting.
So he's one.
Good.
Another fellow came up with an idea is to take hydraulics, think about this in Texas, put hydraulic bubbles at each corner of foundations, connect them with a pump, an hydraulic pump in the center, so when construction is laid, and after construction is laid, the pumps would kick in if the soil drops, preventing cracks. So that's two. Wow. Another one came up with an idea to take hybrid automobiles, putting fans on different portions of an automobile to create turbines that create electricity that goes through the generator and helps with a hybrid automobile. Now these are sophomores and juniors in high school.
What can we expect for the awards next year?
Well, we're going to open it up to colleges as small businesses as well. The small businesses we're looking at working in Irving, there's 1,200 of them. We're going to be meeting with them over the next 6 months and coming up with some of the better products, softwares, and introducing them. And the same thing will occur for them. The two winners then will also meet with our group, go through a full year incubator, and help them not only have a product, but actually help it introduce it better into the economy.
Who knows what could come from it. John Arnott, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate
You're welcome.
it. Another chamber program also inspires young people. Valerie Mason talked with graduates of Future Leaders of Irving.
You should have a resume ready to go that talks about who you are. It can be a generic resume. A generic resume will allow you to already have everything set.
Preparing for a job is just one of the things these seniors learn in the Future Leaders of Irving program. Stephanie Koslowski is one of the students graduating from the program.
We've just learned about a lot of different things like nonprofit and transportation and government, and it's been really cool. We've come together as a group and we've learned what it is to be involved in our society.
Every year, 20 well-rounded high school seniors from Irving ISD are chosen to participate in the program. This is the third graduating class.
The program is based off the Chamber of Commerce Leadership Irving program, and so it's just we brought it down to a teen level, and so we need all of the partners, and everybody works great together.
That type of teamwork, along with leadership skills, were the lessons behind this game played at Lively Point Youth Center. The students are selected to participate in the program by their school counselors.
My counselor actually came to me and asked me would I like to participate in the program. She said that she saw potential in me to be a leader, and she likes the way I interact with my fellow classmates and my peers, and this will be something that could help mold me to become a better leader.
The program is a collaborative effort between the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce, the City of Irving, YMCA, Irving Independent School District, and the U.S.-Mexico Chamber of Commerce. Finding leadership candidates is what it's all about.
Does anybody know what R&D refers to? Research and development. You got it right.
Find ways to have them interact with the community, to grow from that. We hope that they'll garner more civic knowledge, more civic leadership, so as they go forth and pursue college degrees, hopefully they can come back and be a part and really give back to the city of Irving.
The class takes field trips to see the inner workings of corporations and meet prominent individuals from various professions.
We were meeting the person who's developing the airport, so it's how many people get the opportunity to meet a person of the DFW airport, one of the biggest airports in America. How many times do you get to meet that person?
At the graduation ceremony, each student was presented with a diploma and a chance to say a few words.
Future Leaders of Irving is a great program, and after high school I'm going to go to TWU to study pre-med and become an OBGYN.
I just want to say thank you for letting me join this program, and it's been really fun and interesting.
You saw them today, dressed up
looked very nice, very presentable, as if they were going for an interview or a graduation. A lot of self-esteem, pride. They could speak to an audience. They weren't there 4 months ago. So with that, and plus the exposure that they've had, and every one of them said they were going to college or going to the Navy, but they were moving on.
The hope is they will eventually move on to a future in the Irving workforce.
The workforce is so important to the community, to having major corporations here, and it's always something we struggle with. How do we find a highly educated, trained, skilled workforce to come in to work at corporations just like Verizon and to be actively involved in those corporations?
The Future Leaders of Irving program attempts to do just that. Valerie Mason for InVision Irving.
Those students told us about the importance of making connections. It's something business people already in the workforce know very well. They got to network in a fast-paced environment at the Mega Market. Kimberly Westfall shows us how it worked.
As soon as you register, you can come over around here and we'll give you your name and badge.
Networking is a key component in the business world.
For any of my 3 businesses, I'm always looking for new people to connect with.
Gatz has been a member of the Irving Chamber of Commerce since 2006 and relies on networking events sponsored by the Chamber for the success of her businesses.
Many times people come to me and say, do you know somebody that does this, this, and this? And by coming to an event such as today, I have more potential referrals for them.
Here at La Cima Club in Las Colinas, businesses from all over North Texas gather for a speed networking event called Mega Market, hosted by the Chamber of Commerce.
We do quarterly events with the Coppell Chamber, Grapevine Chamber, all the surrounding chambers.
The combined efforts of the chambers mean more opportunities for business people. They start by introducing themselves at one table. Soon, they're moving on to meet more people.
They're going to get a lot of leads. I mean, just at every table, you have anywhere from 5 to 7 different people sitting at your table. So that's anywhere, from 5 to 7 different leads.
Individuals attending the event had 12 rounds to work their 90-second pitch.
I think it's a great event. I've met a lot of interesting people, learned about their business, and networking is always going to be an advantage.
Hankins said he was surprised at some of the innovative business pitches he heard.
I was surprised with this lady from a hotel that's doing a free casino night. It gave me a $50 chip. I thought that was pretty interesting.
From bakers to bankers, the Mega Networking event attracted North Texas residents from all around.
All were very exciting, very interested in being here, and I think are the right kind of people that will help be good connections in the future.
Good connections that could benefit their businesses and the economy of the region. Kimberly Westfall for InVision Irving.
The Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce has more networking events and other activities on the schedule. See what's coming up by visiting irvingchamber.com. Thank you for watching InVision Irving, your business connection. I'm Jolene DeVito. Have a great day.